EA Sports. It's in the game.
Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the State Palace Theater here in beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana for our main event of the evening. A lot of talk heading into tonight's matchup. Everybody expecting this to be a great night of action.
His adversary, with a record of 46 wins, with 32 knockouts and no losses, by way of Hammersmith, John, the Father World's Calzaghe.
Okay, guys. We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch block.
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number one. Nice block by Andre Bishop. Excellent uppercut by Andre Bishop. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Now his opponent got away from that uppercut. And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Joe Calzaghe's left working well that time. What are some of the adjustments that can typically be made halfway through a matchup like this of speed versus speed?
Just to remind your charge, your fighter, that, hey, there's a lot more to this world, to this fight than just speed. Why don't you start doing other things? Why don't you start feinting a little bit? Get the guy out of position a little bit. Get him into false moves.
And he comes right back with the headshot. Not able to land the uppercut. Very nice defensive guard there. Final 10 seconds of round number one. Andre Bishop's back in his corner now, probably reflecting on what was a very solid round. Now, he didn't overwhelm his guy with a quantity of punches, but he was so effective with what he did put forth.
Yeah, you're right. You know, a lot of times people think that the muscles that count the most in any sport, and especially in this sport, such a difficult sport, is, you know, the biceps, the physical things that you see, you know, the chest, the back. You know, this guy's got the strong muscle up top, you know, over his shoulders, in between his shoulders, his brain. And that's why he's picking the spot so well. That muscle is serving him to win this fight right now.
What a bulldozing uppercut by Joe Calzaghe. Would you rather have a fighter who's feared or a fighter who's fearless?
I feel like I'm talking to Sonny from the Bronx Tale, but I think that I would rather have a guy that has fear, because he's going to be smart all the time. He's going to be a guy that's going to be aware of things that you need to be aware of. If he's so-called fearless, he's going to walk into all kinds of things that are not going to allow him to be a fighter.
Halfway through round number two. Pulled the trigger on that overhand left. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Joe Calzaghe. Good defense, just covering up down low. A clean, big hook to the head by Joe Calzaghe. That's a good job by Bishop offensively. Landing his combinations is a key to victory tonight. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Bishop's opponent knows exactly what the game plan can be now. That counter punch landed with some success. Bishop's going with a quality that I think is very underrated in boxing, and that is to be judicious, to really think about when, how, and make the most of each thing you're doing. His punch rate, very, very effective in terms of his percentage landed.
Yeah, he's throwing educated punches. You know, he's not wasting anything. He's making everything count, but just as importantly, everything's leading to something else. You know, he's working the body one moment, and that's leading up to some head attack later on. So he's planning everything out like a smart fighter, a guy that understands the sweet science.
Calzaghe's dealing with a cut around his eye, and it's in a bad spot. His vision could be impaired. And he just holds on there. Calzaghe's able to land a good, solid left hand. And now you see him scoring well with the right. Very accurate two-punch. Did you see that? Oh, that's beautiful stuff, Teddy. That is beautiful work with that combination to score the knockdown.
Well, that's the benefit of putting them together. One sets up the other one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Calzaghe's now getting back up off the canvas. Targeting that straight left hand. Halfway through this round here. That is a sharp uppercut by Joe Calzaghe. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. Calzaghe's well off the mark that time. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Andre Bishop. Able to dismiss that body shot. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. And the round comes to an end.
We got it.
He's been on target with his attack. Good, accurate punching as we begin round number 4 here, and he's up 3-0 on your scorecard, Teddy.
Good counter punching, and when you're counter punching the right way, you're usually getting clean shots. He's getting them.
Calzaghe is coming out here after being knocked down in the last round. Teddy, what are some of the things you look for that will tell you he's on steady ground, that he looks fine?
Well, the first thing I look for is the base, the foundation. I mean, you look at it.
Good, solid right hand lands. Joe Calzaghe's rocked, and his defense is porous right now. He could go down at any moment.
But the problem is he's got the habit of blocking punches, and when a guy's putting them together, you can't block them all. Some are getting through.
Bishop's showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Good work defensively by Andre Bishop. Plus, he landed that counter punch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Good defense turns into better offense for Andre Bishop that time. Bishop's able to avoid that punch. Bishop's doing a good job tonight on the outside. He's able to score from the outside, keeping a safe distance away from his opponent. Calzaghe's failure to get away from his opponent's right hand is really the difference in this fight.
Yeah, it is. He continues to get hit with the same punch. Needs to slip to the left.
Calzaghe's fine. I'm looking at him starting this round right now, coming off a round where he was rocked, and I'm telling you, he looks perfectly good. Nice strike after catching one by Andre Bishop. Bishop's not just loading up, he's landing combination punches like he did right there. Andre Bishop has always had a knack for that. I love the way Andre will look for that uppercut and then deliver it. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. And he crashes to the canvas once again. He's gotten up before. What about this time? 1, 2, 3, 4. Joe Calzaghe's corner needs to really get to their man after this round. They need to treat him after that knockdown. They also need to give him some sound advice. What's the advice you'd give him?
Well, first of all, if they're going to get the chance to get to him, he better move his head. But the advice I would give him is, hey, you go out this next round and you kill some time. Tie him up a little bit right from the beginning. Don't worry about losing the early part of the fight or the early part of the round. Just get yourself back together.
Wow, a big flush blow, the left hand by Calzaghe. Calzaghe's not jabbing that much right now. That's got to help out his opponent.
Yeah, you know, that's like giving him a free one. Because now his opponent doesn't have to worry as much when he walks in. No jab to keep him out. He's going to see the other punches coming so much easier when there's not a jab covering them.
That is a strong uppercut there. Solid straight right hand. He gets to him with an uppercut. Oh, man, he's in rough shape after absorbing that blow. That's the clean shot with the left hand that he was looking for by Calzaghe. Off target with that hook. Bishop's always been thought of as a very well-rounded fighter. Tonight we are seeing one specific part of his game that's dominating, and that is precise, accurate, clean, and effective punching.
Yeah, and I would argue that you're seeing another part. You're seeing his intellect. You're seeing how smart he is, because everything is designed to land. He's placing shots beautifully.
That's a forceful two-punch combo by Calzaghe. Oh, a good right hand by Andre Bishop. Oh, and a two-punch combo by Joe Calzaghe. Solid. Joe Calzaghe's night could be over here. This could be the end. What guts he's showing here. I don't know that he's going to get the glory, but what guts to keep fighting here when he's damaged like this.
Well, actually, Joe, too much guts. That's why the old-time guys, the smart trainers, used to say, you have to have a little fear in there to know when you're in a bad place, to know when to grab, when to get out of there.
Calzaghe's finding out right now that this counter-punching style is not getting the results he needs in these middle rounds. What is the answer?
Well, when a guy is not coming in and walking in, you can't counterpunch. I mean, he's not giving you the kind of turf that you need. Now you have to find a way to create your offense, to lead a little bit. That starts with the jab, getting off first.
A crushing two-punch combo by Andre Bishop. I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger, but still close enough to then land the counterpunch.
Well, that's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range. Know where the beginning of the punch and the end of the punch is.
Committing now to the left hand. Good straight shot. final 10 seconds of the 6th round. Calzaghe's hope for an evening going his way seems like it is out the door and gone. He went and bang, and away he goes. That was a big shot that floored him, and it's a big shot that may end him right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Maddox. His sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick.
The ref is stopping this fight. Joe Calzaghe's night has ended early here. Unable to go the distance, he couldn't rise up and beat the count. Bishop's fitting end to a very strong night for him.
There is a business component to this game here, this boxing game. And the business component is, yeah, you got to win, but you want to win spectacularly. You want to get people interested, excited. He just did that.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time.